I own 2 children of my own. So I would say after the hunt, make sure they know all the areas they failed in. Be very clear with that.
Yes.
What if some people watch this don't get your humor?
Oh, they don't watch if they don't get our humor.
It's true, kind of self-filtering.
They're like, this guy is
He's saying everything like wrong. Everything is exactly the opposite of what it should be.
This segment of DoTV is brought to you by Leupold, American to the core.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dreary Outdoors 100% Wild Podcast, episode number 200.
Yeah!
Whoa! Whoa! It's a party.
concert up in here.
It was a little delayed.
Someone's going to get their eye shot out on this show.
When I had my first beer.
Oh, me too. 200 episodes.
Who would have thought?
Not me.
Well, you didn't have the faith. That's because you weren't here for all 200.
No, I did not get this thing started, which is probably for the best.
Yeah. Well, I don't know because we had a flow there with our previous co-host, and then we got you
Alex
as a
Trebek.
co-host, Alex Trebek. He died, and then things just went to hell. He did die.
I know that. Just didn't think we were going to go there.
Well, that's the
Let's do
truth.
it.
Truth hurts.
So we've got Taylor and Austin Land on. So it's 100% a party.
All
I'm
right.
the only one still wearing a hat.
Well, that's not really a surprise.
Nope.
All right. So last week we had Austin on. Through Hunting Out West and Wild Country Outfitters and Adventures. You guys changed it somewhere along the line.
Well,
didn't you?
Adventures on social media, but Outfitters is still the name.
So it was an interesting podcast to kind of listen to a different side. We're always talking whitetails and turkeys, and it's nice to get a little bit of the Western flair, which obviously you guys both live in Utah, and you live that every day, all day. I mean, you're probably there more out of the, you're definitely there more out of the year than you are here in the Midwest, but you kind of transition to that too now, right?
Yeah, I'm kind of split, half and half, I'd say.
Yeah. So,
Flatlander, as us
oh,
calls
we
it.
got
confetti.
Confetti.
Got it.
Y'all, I'm just trying to be festive here.
Look good.
So what are we getting into here,
Well,
Tim?
let's get into our shout outs because, like I said last show, sometimes people listen to these episodes.
Sometimes
They
they
want
don't.
to tell us things about that.
More times than not, they don't.
So Darren Ropp via email says, I'm a big fan of the podcast and can't wait for the next one to come out tomorrow. You must have sent this on a Tuesday. I'm trying to think of a question to send in, but you guys have covered so many topics that it's hard to think of a question that you guys haven't already answered. And then he uses the words LOL. Who knows what that means? Probably
He's
internet
laughing
talk.
at us, Tim.
Darren Ropp. He's in Iowa.
I think it's actually Rope. Him and his brother came
Yep.
and met.
They
Mark
stopped
one
by
day.
and met Dad one night at the house in Iowa.
Oh, really?
Yep. Dad was in his PJs.
Oh,
Okay,
They
so
got a picture.
I was about to say, this isn't something that's advised for all you
please
listening.
look us up. And
Don't look marketeer
They
up.
had actually, it was kind of a cool
Communicated.
story. They left a really nice note in the door. And so Dad called them, had a conversation, and then they came up and met him one evening. So we need to cue this picture now because it's
Nice.
online.
All right, we'll have
I'll
to
find it.
Mark will probably, I mean, he'll look at his phone like this and
Oh, yeah.
he'll go through
He'll
his
find it. It'll take him
2
about
billion
30 seconds.
pictures. I don't know how.
Scroll.
I got to get the head back down.
That's it. Nailed it.
True.
All right, so M&M Outdoors on YouTube said, I was actually hanging on the edge of my seat for the wildlife word and was quite bummed when there wasn't one. I don't believe a word of
This
this.
was a few episodes ago. I think just got too busy, too packed of a show. Couldn't squeeze the
Too much
wildlife
to
word
say.
in.
Shoot.
Yeah, sometimes there's too much content for one show.
Yes, we often have to just cut her off.
One thing we never do is over deliver.
Eh,
We just won't do it.
overpromise a lot.
Well, yeah, we're big talkers.
Overpromise, not delivering.
It's the whole point of the podcast.
Oh yeah. So you guys came and did this team workout with kind of a select group of Dreary Outdoors team members at First Form, and you're both here to tell the story.
You live
Yes.
to tell the story.
I died, and Austin almost died.
No, I think I died as well.
Left a couple souls out there.
I'll be quite honest. I only made it through about a third of the workout.
And then what happened?
I got sick.
Got a little
And then I
tummy
came
ache.
back, tried it out again, just couldn't keep going.
But it's no joke. I mean, if you don't do it a lot, or like meaning like workout and that
Especially
kind
that hard.
it's intense.
Yeah, it was very intense.
But that's their mentality. They don't care. They're not going to stoop down to somebody's level. Maybe they're not quite ready.
My
They're
level.
going to make sure everybody's performing at the highest level possible.
In the email I sent out to the team, I said the workout would be optional. Well, somewhere along the line, Jake over there at First Form, he saw it and he's like, no.
It's part of the
So he
experience.
said that it would be anybody, I forget how
All levels.
all levels. We didn't say that it didn't matter if your level was beginner.
Yeah.
You still had to do the same one as the intermediate
Everybody.
or as the experience.
Yeah.
Poor Forrest. Like Forrest is Terry's farm manager.
Yeah.
And he's probably mid-20s or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Around
And,
mine.
Late 20s, maybe.
I mean, he's
Mid-20s.
he's around the farm all day long doing. He's active, like he's out there doing stuff. It looked like his soul left his body.
But he's
His eyes were just
about 160 pounds soaking wet, and he's about 6'2".
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a skinny guy.
Well, not all of us run 45 miles a day, Tim.
Well, not everyone can be the poor man Cam Haynes here.
That's a good way to say it. The poor man's
I'm the
Cam
poor
Haynes.
man's a lot of things.
No followers.
Right? Yep.
Half
No
the
notoriety.
miles, no notoriety.
Yep. Not as good looking.
No celebrity friends.
Yeah.
Keep on going. Never
So-
on a shitty podcast.
Poor
The
guy.
list kind of goes on and on. Email in your list of things that I'm not good at.
Punch me right now.
We don't have time to look at that list.
No,
Yeah.
no, we'll
Not enough
do
time
like
to
an
do that.
article on DeerCast about it.
But I will say, even though that workout, kicked everybody, especially me, it was really cool to look around the room or look around the gym and just seeing everybody give it their all. And,
Yeah.
it's like some of the exercises were like, okay, how exactly do you do this? And everybody would just jump in and explain. It was definitely a team effort. It's always nice to feel that team love, no matter what like stage of fitness you're at. Everybody was there to help each other,
It
which
was
I
good.
loved.
You guys had a good team building experience, which
For
is
sure.
what they wanted,
Yeah.
Right.
So that was part of it. Not only with amongst the jury people that were there, but the First Form people and kind of getting to know them better and
Oh, for
becoming
sure.
better friends. And so it was
Yeah.
all part of the experience. It was cool.
It was cool.
We really missed you, buddy.
Well, I was
Matt
in a
did not
meeting.
make it.
I was in a meeting.
Holding down the business fort.
Yes,
as they say.
Mark and Bruce Pettit and myself and Sal there at First Form, we were talking business. I actually went to bed early the night before, like
did.
prepared to get my butt kicked that next day. Like I was ready for it. I had hit sessions all week. I've been training for like a month and a half for that moment to be able to just keep up with all
And
the
then
young
they
guys.
just-
And then I was in a meeting.
Well, we went to bed
Crap.
early too. It was just early in the morning at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Part of the reason someone may have
I
felt
died.
sick.
The only thing I did was shave my shoulders.
Really?
Because you knew your shirt was going to come
I
off.
knew the possibility was there.
Didn't get the monkey off his back. He got the monkey hair off his back.
You missed the spot.
Oh man.
Beth, I can't reach the middle.
Oh, God.
Well, that's the podcast today, guys.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in.
We're out.
So turkey season's coming up. I'm curious what you guys have loaded up for. Like, what are your plans for turkey season this year?
Turkeys. Actually, funny story. I made a mistake. I forgot to put us in for Iowa turkey this year. So
Missouri it
luckily, he almost killed me. Luckily, they had leftovers for season 1. So we were able to buy those. We're going to kick it off there. And then you'll be down. Well, you go to Texas
Yeah,
first,
I
actually.
start in Texas April 3rd,
Guiding.
the opener down there. I'll be down there for about 10 days, and then we're going to meet up in Iowa and
Yep.
do that.
But Iowa, Texas, Missouri, I think.
Yeah.
Nebraska
we-
may be on the line.
And then finish up back
If
home
we
in
book
Utah.
something. Yeah.
What's your favorite way to
Watch
eat
turkeys.
turkeys?
When
I'm gonna
Taylor
go like
cooks
killing in the
it.
kitchen here because
Oh.
she's got all the good recipes. She's got all
Honestly,
the
though,
good
I
ones.
got to shout out Coondog on this one. Coondog's turkey. Have you had Coondog's fried turkey nuggets?
Very good.
Those things are seriously Chick-fil-A nuggets on crack. I'm convinced. I mean, they are.
I think we
dang
ran. I think
good.
you maybe ran that in DeerCast at some
Yes,
point.
we did.
I started to get fancy.
Oh, we were getting fancy. But I would say, because last year during turkey season, it was COVID. So before we all got in there, Dad's like, okay, everybody's staying quarantined to the house. I mean, it was basically the beginning of
beginning.
COVID where we're like, we don't know where where all this is going. And we probably ate turkey nuggets, I would say 3-4 nights out of the week. Because we never left.
Sounds okay.
Sounds like a pretty good
Oh, it was
week.
amazing.
Oh, yeah.
We'd go kill a bird, literally come back, cube it up, and dog would fry it up.
Jealous.
It doesn't
Awesome.
matter how sophisticated your palate is. It's really hard to beat a good like fried chicken nugget or turkey nugget.
Agreed.
You were saying the quarantine. So after I killed my turkey last year at Terry's, I brought it back to my house there in Arnold, and the neighbors, we were all kind of quarantined. Nobody was really leaving. So I fried them up. I did 2 different kinds. I deep fried them, and then I also did a kind where it was like, I saw it off of the Buck Commanders. Jordy Summit had posted it, and it was like you put tons of brown sugar, you wrapped it in bacon. There was some other stuff you mixed with it. It was like it was seriously like candy. I put it in the oven, not really for very long either, and it was so good. So I invited everybody over, like just in my cul-de-sac there, and people that don't eat wild game, and they're like, I don't know. I was like, just try it. And so they'd start with the deep fried, because everybody likes deep fried anything.
Yeah.
So they start with that, and they're like, dang, this is really good. And then they transitioned into the candy for dessert, and I was like, man, I didn't realize turkey tasted this good. It's like when you find somebody, and I'm not that guy to say when you find somebody that knows how to cook it, I'm not the one that knows how to cook it. Those are easy recipes. Sure. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't hardly mess it up, really.
No,
Deep frying it, you definitely can hardly mess it up.
Right.
Yep. I started saving the pickle brine from my store-bought pickles, and I'll use that to brine my turkey breast chunks.
I've never done that.
It's apparently that's like the secret Chick-fil-A method is they pickle brine the chicken before they fry it.
We should try that, because I think Dog was doing just a milk wash
That's what I did.
on those nuggets, but maybe if we tried the pickles, I've never heard of that.
Trick with I like at least a 2-day brine on them.
Okay.
Like
could wait that long.
just dunking them isn't going to do it, but so you got to do a little.
We were killing the bird and eating it within like 2 hours.
So it's like 9 a.m. It's like,
Is it
so
Brian yet?
how long are we going to wait, guys?
We'd give Terry and Forrest a heads up, and all of us, because they're like, 2.5 hours, all of a sudden both of them would show up. We just have nuggets everywhere.
Get your nuggets.
Where's the food?
Get your nuggets.
We also like the turkey burger.
Yes,
we've
big
incorporated the leg meat all into the breast, and then we add about 10-15% bacon to it. And
So good.
That's been amazing
Dang.
We kind of live off that, because it's nice to switch it up from a ground dark meat.
Pretty healthy.
too. Yeah, and we'll do it whether it's a burger or spaghetti or tacos. We mix it up. So.
We eat a lot of, I hardly ever buy meat from the grocery store. Now we're like empty freezer, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Come on, Austin.
Yeah, like,
I'm not doing very good at providing
well,
that.
heck, he killed
Too busy watching people kill stuff.
Yeah. You
Can
killed
I
a
have some of
cow
your
elk
meat?
last winter, and it's gone. We ate the entire cow. already.
From like how many months ago?
Well, just last winter, so a year.
A year ago.
But still,
January.
That's a lot of meat.
You add
It was a
in
ton of meat.
Couple
It
hundred
was-
pounds.
elk, wild turkey, and deer, and our freezer is literally almost empty.
And we're used to as well, our clients will donate a lot of their meat, so we'll be able to grab some meat here and there. Well, this year, everything, the grocery stores were empty, so nobody wanted to donate their
I
meat.
can see that.
Yeah.
So that was a big hit that we took as well.
Yeah.
So what do you typically do for the stuff that you kill in, say, like Texas or Iowa or Missouri? Does it stay with your dad, like at his freezer, or do you bring some back?
So normally it works out to when his clients wrap up, he'll drive to our farm. And then when we all leave to go home after the season, we'll load up like a humongous cooler
It's
of
usually
it.
this time of year. During the spring when I
Yeah.
come up, we'll pick up some deer and we'll take a bunch of the turkey that we ground up as
To
well
load
this year.
up.
And we'll load up a couple coolers and then I take it home.
Because we always have like a big grinding party at the end of the season where we just grind up, or get back straps out and all that type of
How long
stuff.
of a drive is that from Marks to Utah?
I don't know. I fly it.
Tay flies. I meet her there.
Austin, how long of a drive is that?
It's
solitary.
Depending, 14 to 16 hours.
Oh, nice little trip.
Well, yeah,
Nice little-
it's 18 to Texas, 12 to Iowa, then 14 back home. It's not a big deal.
If you're ever going down that highway and you hear a truck going just clanking along, it's him.
It's mine. Yeah, they don't last too long for me.
That's a lot of miles.
It is a lot of miles.
Plus, on the actual ranch, they get beat to heck.
Right,
Oh,
and
gosh, yeah.
I mean that is a lot of miles on the highway, but I'm putting 2 times as many on dirt roads throughout the year.
And like rough roads.
Rough roads.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, all right.
Well,
I might.
You're fine.
It's fine.
I'm fine. We're all fine.
You just did a really long drive from Texas not long ago.
Yeah. Yeah. From San Antonio, it was like 21 hours.
Yeah.
So by the time this show publishes, the Iowa Deer Classic will have happened.
Yes.
How was it?
It was amazing. So much fun.
I'm encouraged that.
I'm actually really excited to go.
Yeah, it's like some semblance of normalcy is coming back. And
Yep.
I hope it's a success.
I hope
it
so.
will be. I guarantee it's going to be packed.
The vibe on social media is that a lot are going. Like, it's crazy. We have some really great friends in Wisconsin. They're all driving in for it because it's their only opportunity to go to a trade show this year. But I love that show to see all the mounts. I mean, the whitetails.
And I've never been, so I'm really looking forward to it too.
Dad and Oster going before it opens on Friday, and they're getting the full experience.
The full
Behind
tour,
the
the full
scenes.
behind the scenes.
Chase
with
Rolfson's
Mark
taking them.
Yeah.
So,
Chase from Rubline.
yep.
You're
That's
going to be
cool.
grabbing a bunch of freebies out of people's booths before
That's
they
how
even
I
get
roll. So yeah.
Wait, can I tell you about my product? No, I just want your stuff.
Austin leaves. He's got like 20 pins,
Couple hats.
hats.
I need more hats, don't I?
Yes. Do you guys have a closet that's about 100 plus hats?
I try
Because-
to, yeah, I got two, and I
a guy
try to
thing.
every once in a while, I'll take, it and a bunch of clothes or shoes or whatever that just you don't need and try to take it
Yeah.
to Goodwill or donate it somewhere.
A lot of kids in Ecuador right now running around with hunting brands, caps and
a lot of
shirts.
Hunter Orange hats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many
You just
hats.
can't wear. It's just I don't know. And I honestly almost always only wear a Drury Outdoors hat because a lot of our team members wear a lot of our sponsors' hats. It's great. That's perfect.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
not a lot of people are wearing a Drury Outdoors hat on the team. So it's like, all right, I always feel like obligated almost to wear our hat.
wear it.
So I'm always thinking like, this is a waste of a hat when someone sent me one because I usually don't wear it.
Yeah.
But I try to give it like the riders for DeerCast. We've started giving some of the stuff that comes into the studio and giving it to them and, try to pass it on to somebody that needs it.
You only have one head. So it's hard.
Do you?
It's hard to have a ton of hats.
Well,
and
what about when they say he wears a lot of hats?
Yeah.
Yeah, see?
you got
Of
me.
many trades.
You got me
Think
so
about
good.
that, Tim.
That's right. I should keep all my hats now. A lot of my friends have hats
that
that kind of come through. And yeah, that's a nice hat.
New
I
hat?
like that one.
That was one of the deals where I was like, hey, I want that one.
Bing.
Same thing I'm going to do on the Deer Classic.
I like that.
Just walk away.
Give me your hat. What
Take it, walk away.
Have you guys ever been to the Deer Classic?
No,
No.
I haven't.
Been to the Missouri Deer Classic, not the
Okay.
Iowa Deer Classic.
Iowa one.
Yeah.
I imagine it to be like the NWTF shows in my mind, what I feel like a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Deer Fest.
Oh, okay.
Big,
I've been to Deer Fest.
but just giant deer everywhere you look.
That's cool. Just the celebration of the culture and to be in the same place with a lot of like-minded people.
Oh, yeah.
That's really powerful.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah. All right. Let's help our buddy Rich with the question of the day.
All right. The question of the day is brought to you by Victory Archery, the carbon arrow experts.
Hey guys, this is Rich Morris from Michigan. My question is, what would be the most important piece of advice you could give us to help a young or first-time hunter be successful their first time out? Thanks.
Great question.
You talked about first-time hunters being one of your favorite clients to guide out west. So what do you guys think?
I think the biggest thing is enjoy every aspect of the hunt. You might harvest an animal, you might not, but the memories and the experience you can take from the hunt are going to be the biggest things you can take, and I just want them to always think about, oh man, that was such a fun part of the hunt, or that was such a fun part of the hunt. The harvest is a great part, but the journey is always the best part.
Sure.
Getting motivational over there. Yeah, I would say, just thinking how Dad, when I was younger, he would always go the extra mile to make sure I was learning along the way and to make it fun. Don't make hunting seem like a chore, like get ready, we got to leave at this time, be dressed, we're going out. It was always, even when we weren't hunting, like go shoot together, go check cameras together,
Sure.
go put mineral out together, go, just kind of so you can see the full circle process. And then I also think one of the best things is that, say they're a first time hunter, they get their first deer, like that hooked moment beyond the hunt is going to be going home and letting them be involved in cooking it and then sitting down and have that meal and talk about it. I mean, I remember so many meals where it was just Dad and I like talking about the hunt after we cooked it together. So I think a successful hunt goes, like you said, way beyond, the killing portion of it.
Yeah. I would add that also in today's day where technology is a big part of what they do, it depends on the age, I guess. If you're talking like 6 to 9, they may not have a phone yet, but certainly you see a lot of 10-year-olds and older, obviously they have a phone and it's kind of their diary almost, so to speak. So if that's part of what they're used to, you might make sure that they can incorporate that into the hunt, whether they're sharing on Snapchat or TikTok or whatever they use, whatever social platform. It's not that you're asking them to put it away. Maybe it's that you're having fun with them and integrating into the hunt, like having a good time with it. You know what I mean?
Put me on your TikTok, kid.
There you go. Because
TikTok.
the YouTubes. I want to be on that. I don't want to be on that YouTubes. So that was a real line Nathan McComb said. No, that's my brother-in-law. Anyhow, so I think just make it fun in that regard and don't shut the technology part out. And hopefully they're having a good enough time where they put it down themselves. They don't want to have it in there. They don't want to be glued to it. They want to be experiencing. And maybe it's like, things like who sees the first deer or
what
like little
time?
Games. Yeah. Like what time are we? That's always, we still do that all the time. It's like, all right, what time are we going to see our first deer? It's
we
like
do that too. Or like how many total deer.
Yeah. Just little things to have fun along the way and make it fun. And so that they're engaged somehow. And then the phone kind of disappears. So
Sure.
Totally agree.
how about you?
I own 2 children of my own. So I would say after the hunt, make sure they know all the areas they failed in. Be very clear with that.
Yes.
What if some people watch this don't get your humor?
Oh, they don't watch if they don't get our humor or listen.
It's true, kind of
By now,
self-filtering.
They're like, this guy is
He's saying everything like wrong. Like, everything is exactly the opposite of what it should be.
They pretty much get our humor at this
Topsy-turvy
point.
world over here. Yep, that's the palate cleanser.
That's you.
Time to move along. You guys ready for the wildlife word? I guess so then. Yeah.
What is it?
It's brought to you by Muddy Outdoors, Taylor.
Okay.
Home of the highest quality products for serious hunters.
Boy, the sponsors really just get all the
Thank you,
love
Muddy
here
Outdoors.
at the podcast.
A turkey's waddle and the bare skin on their neck help them stay cool in hot weather because turkeys don't A, see shadows to know where the shade is, B, have a circulatory system, C, sweat, or D, have lungs.
We always let the guests go first.
Sweat.
There are no stupid answers.
Except the wrong ones.
Well, he usually says, but there are stupid people.
I would say C, sweat. They don't sweat.
They don't see shadows, they don't have a circulatory system, they don't sweat, or they don't have lungs.
I would say
I'm going to guess C as well.
yeah, I'm
because,
guessing C.
I mean, yeah.
I'm going with C as well. What do we got?
Everyone is wieners.
Winners, winner.
Nice
Chicken
job.
dinner.
We're born winners. You not so much.
No, I just
You don't say that.
yeah, be nice,
It's
Taylor.
called to knowledge.
Knowledge.
Inside joke.
One day I will be a part of an inside joke. I'm
You
really
are
looking
part of
forward
that
to
one.
it.
Yes, you were there.
Really?
We're all yelling at you now.
Yes.
Oh man,
Aaron,
you were there, you idiot!
right, so we'll
it was
let
about
everybody
you.
Aaron Summers, we were in his class. He was going through, it was
Remember that part.
ETL. Okay. We got education. Then he's like, T.
yeah.
T,
So it's
what is
knowledge.
it? People are spitting out T words. And Bryson Thornton goes, knowledge.
The answer is like, that's T.
I remember being embarrassed
We're all
for
like-
our entire group when I heard that.
Everybody's like sinking into their seat. Like, ugh.
Okay, we're gonna have to go down to the
Who
basic
brought
level
that
with these
guy?
guys.
Poor Bryson.
That's okay.
So all weekend long, he's like, I meant to knowledge, guys.
He's also the guy that tried to take OptiReds dry.
And Green's dry last night.
This
Yeah.
applies.
You and your mom are hillbillies.
We had fun, though. It was a good time.
It was
was
a
a ton
great
of fun.
time.
Good
sure.
times.
All right.
All right. Well, we pretty much hit everything we could hit in one
We
show.
blew the confetti right off this place and celebrated 200 in style.
Huzzah!
I couldn't think of two better party animals to celebrate
Big time.
anything with than
God,
these
we
two.
could represent.
Absolutely.
Here's to 200 more.
At least. All it takes is time.
You're all going to
And
be
more
great
time.
and
Right,
old.
yeah. We sincerely, we do appreciate the folks that listen and watch on a regular basis. And now that I'm looking at the main camera, I'm seeing confetti on the inside, and I'm wondering
Is this ruined?
how much of the show is visible.
Hopefully none.
Yeah, well, we'll just self-censor ourselves.
All right, we're going to end it with an applause.
Thanks, everybody.
Until next time, peace out.
DeerCast is giving you the chance to hunt with Mark and Terry Drury. Head over to DeerCast.com to enter.
We're adding new videos every week, so make sure to click that subscribe button and check out all of our amazing content. This episode of DoD TV was brought to you by Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's.